It was slowly getting dark outside the window. The fog in the trees passing by the train seemed blurry, a brown and green mess. It was fall already. Inside the wagon, the yellow light made me feel warm and cozy, and the heater was a nice temperature. I turned away from the window as I heard one of the other passengers move. They got their bag and stood up. How much longer do I have? 20 minutes until I reach the train station. Huh? Why are we slowing down? I stared out into the forest right behind the glass. We started accelerating again and soon entered a tunnel. So that was why we stopped. It was a very short one. I kept looking outside as we kept driving through a succession of very short tunnels until we entered a longer one. It was pitch black outside. Suddenly, I heard the noise of our door separating this compartment from the others open. Who? I turned my head. Me? A person that looked exactly the same as I did entered. They were carrying a small bag over one shoulder. A bag just like the one that was sitting on the seat next to me. That person sat down a few rows away from me, so I turned to look forward. I have never felt so unsettled, so wrong. Who? Just who the hell is that? I couldn't relax for the rest of the time. I couldn't even look back in fear of meeting that person's gaze. How am I supposed to walk past them later? When the train reached the station, I ran outside with my bag as fast as I could. I ran towards the bus stop in hopes of catching that one bus that was about to leave, but it was unnaturally full today. I didn't make it. I felt a shiver run down my spine, and when I turned around, there they were. My doppelgänger. We waited at the stop, dozens of people around us completely oblivious to the strange situation. The bus arrived and filled up quickly. I managed to get a seat, and we drove off into the slowly darkening night. Fields and trees rushed past like black shadows. The front lights of the bus cut a way through the darkness. The street was empty except for this bus driving slowly. No one talked. We all waited to arrive home. We waited in utter silence. While everyone seemed relaxed, I felt droplets of sweat running down my neck. My breathing wasn't calm at all. I saw my own breath fogging up my glasses. I wiped my forehead. How long? How long until I can run away again? As blue became black, the streetlights played tricks on me, making the other passengers' faces look like demonic grimaces. I found myself looking around nervously and clutching my bag until my knuckles turned white. There was only one more stop to go, and only 3 other people left in the bus. Me, the doppelganger, the bus driver, and one old lady. I felt my heart racing in my chest. It hurt. It felt like my chest would explode from being squeezed by anxiety so much. The familiar streets outside only made it worse. I was getting closer and closer to my home, where that thing could follow me when I walked up to my door. I closed my eyes. Ding! The sound of the old lady pressing the button. I wasn't alone. She wanted to get off here too. I stood up and stiffly walked down the aisle. looking down at my phone with an intensity I'd never had before. Just a few more steps and then... Huh? They grabbed me. The doppelganger grabbed my arm. What the fuck? I tried to free my hand, but they wouldn't budge.
Sit down.
Sit down. The words echoed in my head. I couldn't comprehend their meaning in this moment, so when I reacted, the bus had already stopped. The doors opened and the cool air of the night brushed against my face.
Shit.
Fuck. I can't move. I can't run. It's just a few steps away. Freedom. I closed my eyes before plopping down on the seat next to the doppelganger. Hearing a quiet chuckle coming from beside me, I felt that I was definitely going to die. Definitely. Otherwise, what else could happen? The bus driver resumed driving. Now, the familiar streets ran away from us. They went farther and farther until I could finally relax in my seat, because the thought of being able to run away, that thought was stumped the farther we drove. I took a deep breath and glanced next to me. Not fully, just enough to see the leg. The same as mine, right next to me. The hand on it, the same as mine. Suddenly, I felt something on my shoulder, so I flinched. I turned my head and saw that the doppelganger had rested their head on me. Hair that looked just like mine tickled me as I turned to face forward. They even smelled like my shampoo. I let my head fall back onto the backrest of the seat. Where are we going? Who is this? Is it even human? I let out a tiny sigh. Being rocked by the movements of the bus, I tried to forget what situation I was in. I tried to just drag out however much time I still had left. I thought about my cat at home and my parents I wanted to visit next week. I wanted to eat my mom's cooking one last time and hug them. I bit my lip as tears started forming in my eyes. Why couldn't I just run outside? Why was I so useless all of the time? Ding! The sound of the button being pressed made me snap out of my thoughts. I opened my eyes. Where? I didn't recognize anything outside. It was just pitch black out there.
Let's go.
I shivered when I heard my doppelganger speak. Go? Go where? I stood up and felt the hand on my arm.
Come on.
We went over to the door. Light flashed in the distance. I frowned and my eyes narrowed as I squinted. What is out there? The bus stopped. It was a normal bus stop in the middle of nowhere, which was strange because we had just been in the middle of a city. We stepped outside and I looked around, only for my doppelganger to pull my hood into my face.
Follow me.
We started walking. The cold air of the night hurt my fingers. As we kept on walking, we entered a city surprisingly fast. A city I'd never seen before. A city that shouldn't have been here.
Don't look at them.
Them? There were people walking all over the place, even though it was the middle of the night. They looked normal at first glance, but the longer I stared at them, the more their forms started changing into something demonic.
I said, you're not supposed to look.
My doppelganger yanked me closer with a frown.
This isn't your world anymore. so listen to me.
I nodded and didn't look at the strange people anymore. After walking through the lively streets for a while, we stopped at a house.
We're here.
Here? Where? Why are we here? Why am I here?
Come in.
My doppelganger opened the door with a key and kicked their shoes off after entering. I did the same. This room wasn't like mine at all. The door closed.
Follow me.
I followed them to the living room and we sat down on the sofa. Why did you bring me here? I finally managed to speak. It was a pathetically weak and quivering voice, but at least I managed that much. The doppelganger sighed and placed their cheek into their palm.
Hey, don't you love me?
What? My mind was blank for a moment, and then I thought that there was such a stupid reason to kidnap me.
I knew that no one here could ever understand me. Shadow and fetch, a family, or partner, just of myself.
They glanced at me, and when our gazes met, I noticed for the first time that their eyes were glowing yellow.
But that's not enough. I don't want to be lonely anymore. I don't want to be misunderstood anymore. So I come to you.
Me?
Yeah. Because we're the same.
The same?
Yeah.
I just stared at them. What am I supposed to even answer to that?
We are, right?
Huh?
You are crushed as lonely, aren't you?
They came closer, reaching for my shoulder with their hand.
I know how you feel. You think there's no one out there who gets you, truly gets you. And you're right, such a person doesn't exist except for me.
Their smile made me shiver. But what they had said was right. That was what I had thought at some point. Something that just crept back into my thoughts now and then. The thought that I was truly alone with my thoughts and feelings and experiences.
That's why I came to get you, because we built together.
How do you know me? They tilted their head with an amused smile.
I see you every morning, every time you close the door to go to work, every time you sit down in the bus, when you go shopping, when you look into your computer or your phone. I greet you when you come back home and make dinner and follow you to bed. And when you go to sleep and the lights are out, I go to sleep as well.
My reflection?
I know you very well, and you didn't know me at all. So I decided that I had to change. I wanted you to feel better, just like I wanted to feel better. I didn't want to see you crying face again when you splash water onto it to make it seem as coffee.
They touched my cheek.
Because I love you.
My eyes widened. Something was so creepy about all of this. I couldn't quite put my finger on what it was though. Maybe I felt this way because I was the weird one. No, I'm not. I know why I feel this way. We are not the same person. This is just something that kept imitating me over and over until it basically lived my life. But we're not the same. I'm someone who can make their own decisions.
You don't seem convinced yet.
I flinched.
It's fine. You don't have to be. It's enough that deep down, you know I'm right.
Their grin grew wider.
Otherwise, why did you follow me? Why did you listen to me? Why do you look so stubborn right now? Ever since we met, you already stopped being entirely human. When you recognized me, I knew you could clearly see who I was, and that you couldn't touch me. You couldn't walk past me, because, like I said, we belong together.
I don't want to believe that.
Look at me.
They took my face in between their hands.
Don't worry, I know all about you. So you have it good here, and we can keep each other company.
As I looked at their pleased expression, I could tell that it was truly over. My life, my freedom, everything. I was just a puppet, a character. Something this person had watched and imagined things about. They had this whole narrative in their mind, when actually, if they actually knew me, they'd know that I hated being forced to do things. Being left with no choice.
I love you.
They pulled me into a hug.
I'm so glad we can finally meet and hug like this. I'm so glad I'm not alone anymore.
I closed my eyes. I let out a sigh. This is how I live now. I'll just accept this craziness. I can't even be brave enough to push this person away. I just wanna live. No matter what. That person let go and leaned back.
No matter what? What does you say?
I smiled. It was a smile full of resignation. I said that you can't go back on your word, no matter what. Their eyes narrowed with happiness, and my heart felt a sting of pain at their reaction.
I would never